Providence police officer has been kicked off the force after she was arrested in an early morning drug raid in Pawtucket.
Police say 25-year-old Destiny Vieira now faces several charges.
Yeah, Vieira is not only facing drug dealing and manufacturing charges, she's also accused of doing these things in the area of a school. After an investigation spanning several months, Pawtucket police say 25-year-old Destiny Vieira was arrested early Friday morning. She and 24-year-old Jalen Lopez of Pawtucket now face several drug manufacturing and dealing charges, including distribution or manufacturing in or near a school. Although Pawtucket police did not specify where that drug bust occurred.
I know it's a narcotics investigation and there's some serious allegations.
Providence Police Chief Colonel Oscar Perez says Vieira joined the force back in September after completing her training at the police academy. He says because she had been on the force for less than a year, she was a probationary employee and has now been let go. According to the city of Providence, her salary at the time of her arrest was just shy of $73,000. Perez says the accusations against Vieira do not reflect the work of the Providence Police Department.
Regardless of rank, from myself all the way down to the junior officer on the job, there's high standards of integrity that we preach.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey again to y'all with another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely wonderful. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Rhode Island by way of Pawtucket. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Rhode Island. Everybody outside the great city of Pawtucket. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. Now, you all, for the last 8.5 years, almost 9 years in September. And once again, thank you all for the love and support. We're going on almost 9 years. But for the last 9 years almost, I've been telling you all, be careful who you align yourself with in life. And also be careful who you love and who you allow to come into your life. Because you just never know the baggage and also the trouble they may bring. As in the case of this story right here, where we have Destiny Vieira, 25 years old, along with what was said to be her boyfriend, 24-year-old Jalen Lopez. And now Jalen Lopez, along with Destiny Vieira, have found themselves in a world of trouble, all because it was said that they was selling and manufacturing and distributing drugs. And those drugs happen to be fentanyl and also cocaine. They say they were selling large amounts. And this is not me saying. This is basically what the news is saying, along with the Rhode Island Police Department and also the Pawtucket Police Department after they did a joint investigation on the two. And now you would think someone that just graduated from the police academy back in September, that person would be on their best behavior. But evidently, Destiny Vieira did not get that memo. Now, I want to ask you all one thing. What can make a young person, well, she's 25 years old, so she's full grown. So for all you people who are going to get in the comment section talking about they're just a baby, babies are not 25-year-old, you all. And also, babies don't sell fentanyl and cocaine. Now, ask yourself this. What can make a person throw their life away even before it starts? And now it was said that Rhode Island Police Department, along with Pawtucket Police Department, have been investigating Jalen Lopez along with his girlfriend, Destiny Vieira, for quite some time. Because anybody that know anything about manufacturing and distribution of drug charges, they have to have evidence. And the reason why I say they have to have evidence, because how else can you get a charge for manufacturing and distributing drugs if they don't have surveillance and also audio recording? Mostly they want is surveillance. So for those people who are saying that these people are innocent, I'm not up here trying to say they're guilty, but at the same time, you cannot get those drug charges unless they have verifiable proof. Because think about this. How can you sit there, number one, and prosecute them if you don't have any evidence? So a snitch can call in and say anything. A snitch, confidential informant, they can say anything. But the police have to have the proof of you involved in this criminal activity. And also added to that, what makes this situation even worse is the fact they said that they was running a drug house near a school.
Vieira is not only facing drug dealing and manufacturing charges, she's also accused of doing these things in the area of a school.
So you already know that charge is going to be trumped up. And also, they say they was running a trap house. That's why they have this charge, as you all see, called keeping or maintaining a common nuisance. That means these individuals was operating and running a drug house. It don't matter if you was in a drug house or selling drugs out your car. That's why they have that charge, keeping or maintaining a common nuisance. So that means one thing. These people were selling drugs, and that's what the police are saying. And not just small drugs, big amount of drugs. But just like anything, guess what? Sooner or later, the truth will come to the light. So in other words, family, that's why it pays to do right in life, and that's why it pays to have a legit job and make your money the honest way. That way you don't have to watch over your shoulder, and that way you ain't got to worry about nobody arresting you. Because think about this. It don't matter how much money you make doing criminal activity or selling drugs. Guess what? How would that prosper you when they take it all from you and lock you up in prison or in jail for a long period of time? And you got to ask yourself one thing before you make those decisions to do wrong. Is it worth it? Is it worth me giving up my life and my livelihood? Now, you would think that someone who had just graduated from the police academy in Rhode Island and also making $73,000 a year, that would be enough.
According to the city of Providence, her salary at the time of her arrest was just shy of $73,000.
But to some people, enough is never enough for some of these folks. I don't know what's wrong with some of these people. But Destiny Vieira, a lawyer, is painting a picture of her like she is totally innocent in this whole situation. But once again, innocent people do not be involved in criminal activity and also, most definitely, drugs. Think about that. And now let's begin.
All right, now at 5 o'clock, a now former Providence police officer appears in court on several drug charges.
Yeah, she didn't have to go very far when she was taken into custody because she was at work. 25-year-old Destiny Vieira is being held without bail at the ACI, facing felony drug charges, something her attorney strongly disagrees with.
She worked 5 days a week as a Providence police officer from 11 to 7 in the morning.
And now, family, Destiny Vieira, along with her boyfriend, Jalen Lopez, was arrested early Friday morning. Now, Jalen was arrested at his house or at the trap house, but Destiny Vieira was arrested at work. So think about this. Now, if she worked at the police department, notice one thing. She did not even know that she was being investigated. And that's how it worked, because I have people in my family that work in law enforcement. These people can work around you, and when they know that you are doing wrong and they also are investigating you, guess what? Nobody's not going to say anything to you. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to talk to you. They're going to act like ain't nothing wrong. But guess what, though? Sooner or later, when that hammer come drop it down, you're going to really see they knew all along what it is that you're doing. And now think about this. While she's at work at the police department, simultaneously, the police are arresting her boyfriend and then come and put the handcuffs on her. Now imagine how surprised she must have been. But at the same time, did you hear what a lawyer said? She works 5 days a week.
She worked 5 days a week as a Providence police officer from 11 to 7 in the morning.
So, sir, if she's working that much, there's no reason to be involved in any criminal activity because guess what? You already got a source of income. Anyway, let's continue.
25-year-old Destiny Vieira, a former Providence police probationary officer, faces a judge in district court Monday on various drug counts.
You have a right to set bail at this stage, Your Honor.
I do, but the state's objecting to bail.
I am, Your Honor. Her attorney, David Cooper, fighting in the courtroom for his client to be granted bail, but the judge siding with the state's recommendation, keeping Vieira behind bars at the ACI without bail as the state takes the case to Superior Court.
And now after hearing what the news reporter had said, tell me this. Why do you all think they are keeping her in jail and not giving her a bail? Is it because the nature of the crime, or is it because the type of drugs that was involved? Was it because they were selling fentanyl and cocaine? Or is it because they are looking out for the public safety? But at the same time, you got to understand one thing. These are very serious charges. And once again, it wasn't no small amount of drugs they found at this trap spot. And that's why she, along with her boyfriend, got the charge keeping or maintaining a common nuisance, basically a dope house. So is that the reason why the judge did not grant her bail and also the state did not want her receiving a bail? Is it because they was running a drug house? Please answer that for me, and let's continue.
She's in a prison with people that have been arrested by the Providence police, and so obviously there are innuendos and threats being made towards her. And she's a young woman, 25 years old, never been in jail, never been arrested.
Her attorney argues she was just associated with the wrong person. 24-year-old Jalen Lopez, who was also arrested in the drug bust and facing the same drug charges, including 2 counts of manufacturing, delivering, or possession with intent to manufacture or deliver a controlled substance.
And now, as the lawyer stated that she's in prison around these people that have been arrested by the Providence Police Department. But at the same time, anybody that know anybody ever been to jail or prison themselves, they do not lock law enforcement along with judges up with the general population. And anybody ever been in those situations for being locked up can vouch for that. They can tell you all that. So for the lawyer to sit there and say, because I understand that's his job to play the devil's advocate, but at the same time, Destiny is not in general population. Now, whether she's getting threatened by another cop or a judge or somebody like that who may be locked up with her, I do not know. but she is not definitely in general population. So I don't understand what a lawyer is getting that from. Now I understand one thing, that he's fighting for her freedom, but at the same time, she is not around regular inmates. Most likely she's around regular police officers and also judges who have did wrong and have been locked up. Let's continue.
And she's a young woman, 25 years old, never been in jail, never been arrested.
And also adding to what her attorney said, she's 25 years old, she's a young person. We understand she's a young person, but at the same time, she is not 15 years old. And even at 15, you know damn well not to sell drugs. It's not like she's 10 years old, because guess what? She wouldn't be a damn cop. She wouldn't even be a cop at 15. So for the lawyer to sit there and say that she's a young lady and she's never been in trouble before, that does not mean anything, because look what done happened. And the reason why I say that is this main reason right here. Just because a person has not been locked up or don't have a criminal record, don't mean, let me say that again, don't mean they are not or have not been involved in any criminal activity. Because look what the hell has been going on behind closed doors. And once again, you don't get these type of charges just because a snitch or a confidential informant said that you are selling drugs or distributing. You don't get those kind of charges. Only way you get a manufacturing and a distribution charge of drugs is they have to have proof. And that's why they did an investigation for months on these two individuals before they came and arrest them. Because, number one, they can get sued. The Pawtucket Police Department along with the Rhode Island Police Department. So once again, these people are just like the FBI. They do their homework before they come and arrest you. You all think these cops just go to work and just go home? No. These people study how to lock your ass up. So just as much as they study, if you're going to commit these crimes, which you shouldn't, you need to be studying how to avoid them. Because guess what? They're definitely studying a way to catch you. Anyway, let's continue.
But none of that is connected to her. None of that was found at the house where she lives at with the parents. None of that was found on her possession.
And now, as the lawyer stated, none of the drugs was found at her parents' house where she stayed at. And also, none of the drugs was found on her possession. Because number one, she was at work when she got arrested. So, of course, unless she just crazy as hell, which she is in a way, she's not going to have any drugs on her at the police department. But once again, to what I just stated, how do you think we got here? Do you think somebody just called in and said that Destiny is selling drugs or manufacturing drugs? No, somebody had to show the proof. The proof was when these police went and did their investigation. So, once again, we understand that the lawyer's job is to play devil's advocate and to get his client off. But at the same time, sir, like, come on. There's no way in hell that you're going to sit up here and portray this woman as being innocent, because once again, innocent people do not indulge or involve themselves in any criminal activity, especially drug dealing. Let's continue.
Vieira was taken into custody while at work at Providence Police Headquarters, where she's now facing an additional count of obstructing a police officer while in the execution of his duties.
And now just think how shocked Destiny must have been to be arrested at her job around her fellow officers. Think about that, how embarrassing that must be. And number one, you got to know one thing, that they already knew you was going to be arrested even before you knew. And it goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. Just because you work around police officers and you may be friends with some of them, if they know that you are being investigated, especially for this type of activity, guess what? They're not going to say a damn thing, because number one, they could be arrested and charged. So she had all these police officers working around her, knew what was about to happen, and guess what? Did nobody say nothing. But at the same time, imagine the shock on her face when they came and put those handcuffs on her and read those charges out. And those charges are very serious charges. Let's continue.
If, she's found innocent, are you going to take her back?
No, she's. I feel that based on the allegations that I have and the fact that she was under probation, I tell you, we preach integrity in the academy from day one. The decisions matter. You're no longer John Doe. You're a Providence police officer.
And just like the news reporter asked the chief of police, would you let Destiny come back if she's found innocent? Will you reinstate her? And guess what the chief said? He said no, because once again, they already did their homework. They already did their investigation. That's how they was able to charge them with manufacturing and distribution of controlled substances. Because number one, you cannot sit there and take somebody to court, convict those people in court if you don't have any damn evidence. So once again, they have to have the evidence. So that's why the chief said no, because the allegations, which he mean really is the evidence, is overwhelming. They already have their proof. And that's why they are holding her without giving her a bond. Let's close up.
Again, Destiny Vieira is being held without bail, and so is the man who was arrested too, Jalen Lopez. The state is taking the case to Superior Court.
And now in closing, let me ask you all this. Why do you think they're holding Destiny Vieira in jail without bail? Is it because of the nature of the charges, or is it because they're looking out for her best interest? And what I mean her best interest is her safety, because you got to understand one thing. She is 25 years old. Her boyfriend, Jalen Lopez, the main suspect, is 24 years old. Now, being 24 years old, I doubt very seriously if he's the mastermind behind this whole operation. Because when the police raided the home, they found fentanyl and cocaine in large amounts. Now, unless Jalen Lopez is the kingpin, which I doubt very seriously, that means one thing is what? Those drugs had to come from somebody else. So maybe they were keeping her in jail and are also trying to protect her at the same time. Because whoever those drugs belong to, if they belong to anybody else, guess what? That person or those people is not going to sit there and let somebody go to court, which may end up getting them caught up. Because you know how people talk when they're under pressure. Well, anyway, if you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. And remember one thing, it pays to do right in life. Because what's done in the dark will always find its way to the light. And the last place you want to be is in court looking like this in the face. Because guess what? Sooner or later, reality will hit you. And you got to ask yourself one thing. Was it worth it? Anyway, I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.